Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Eleanor and I have a wee book haul for you today. Although I shouldn't say wee, it's not a small book haul. I've amassed a few books over the last few months and I think this will catch you up to date with everything I've bought recently. After doing this book haul, I will not be able to buy any more physical books for quite a while because I limit myself to one shelf on my bookcase of books that are on my physical TBR, and once I put all these books on that'll be full, and that's to try and curb my book buying habits. So there's a fair few to get to, so I'll just get started. The first book I have is Of Blood and Bone by Nora, which is the second book in the Chronicles of the one that I read only a month or so ago. I really enjoyed it. It was such a fast read, really great world, so I've immediately bought the second one and I'm currently halfway through it. I'm really enjoying it and I'll probably buy the third one in the next couple of months and finish this trilogy off. Actually, I don't know if it's a trilogy. She might write more than 3 books, but I'm loving it so far. The next book I bought is Siúil, The Girl from the Other Side, Stories and Art by Nagabe. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly. This is actually a manga, so you read it in reverse. And I was really interested by this. Jean read this recently and really loved it. I'll leave her channel link down below. And it just sounds like such an interesting story. So it's about faraway kingdoms, people are cursed, and there's a beast in the forest. And it just sounded really good story, and the art looks beautiful. And I haven't really read a manga before, and it's something I'm interested in because I really do enjoy graphic novels, although I haven't read an awful lot of them. It's just something I'm interested in reading more of, so I thought this would be a good place to start because it came so highly recommended. The next 2 books I'm just going to mention really quickly because I don't rightly know if I've mentioned that I've bought them, and it is The Obelisk by Jemisin, which is the second in the Broken Earth trilogy. I really enjoyed the first book and I don't know why I haven't gone around to finishing the trilogy off, so this is the second book. I hope to get to it soon. And the next is The Winter of the Witch by Katherine Arden, which is the third in the, what's it called? The Winter Night trilogy, I believe. And again, I think I've mentioned this in the last few months. This is the last in the trilogy and I really want to finish it because it's Russian folklore, fairy tales, and it's so atmospheric and just so good, and I can't wait to see how the trilogy concludes. I've just not been in a very big fantasy mood lately. I'm sure you can tell with my videos it's mostly been science fiction, so I'm hoping to pick up these books soon. The next book I bought was A Stranger Dreamer by Laini. This has been floating around on BookTube as a recommended read for a very long time, and it has always intrigued me because it's about just this other world, this lost city, and it's about like libraries and like keeping of knowledge, and there's just a hidden magic and a hidden thing going on, I should say. I wasn't sure if I was going to like it because it is a very slow read, and I did start it not long ago and I got like 70 pages in and I have put it down because it is a slow read and it is fantasy, and I've just not been in the mood for a fantasy lately. But I will get back to this because the story does really intrigue me. The next 2 books are very special. I was recently away on holiday and visited the small town of Alnwick, and there is a small, I don't know why I'm saying small, it's not small, a secondhand bookshop there called Barter Books, and it's one of the largest secondhand bookshops in the UK, and it's actually built in a converted railway station. So it's a disused railway station and it's got all the original features. It's a beautiful building. It's got so many secondhand books. I was in there for a couple of hours looking for things and I bought 2 books. I really was eager to buy many more, but I don't know if this is just me or if this is just the secondhand bookshops I've been to, but you don't really see a lot of like science fiction and fantasy books there. It's mostly like generalised fiction, or it's like women's fiction or romance or crime fiction. And I don't know if it's just because maybe the readers of science fiction and fantasy as a large are people who kind of collect books and I don't know if they are just not as inclined to put their books to secondhand bookshop like those who maybe read generalised fiction. That's a huge assumption, but it's just something I've noticed, that I never really seem to find many books secondhand in physical shops, and that's why I use that website, The World of Books, because it collects lots of secondhand books in one place. But yeah, greatly enjoyed it. Got this little bookmark. I like collecting bookmarks. So this is a bookmark from Barter Books, and the two books I bought are books. One is one that I've wanted for quite a while, and it is Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. I've had my eye on this for quite a while. I just think it's a really intriguing premise, and I've heard great things about Blake Crouch and his books, and I'm excited to get to this. And the next one is one I don't know a lot about, but my boyfriend was with me and he was looking at it and saying that this looks like something right up your street. It looks quite good, and it's The Night Watch by this author here. I'm not even going to try and pronounce it because I'm very sorry. I think it's Russian and I wouldn't even know where to begin. And it is set in Moscow, and there's lots of supernatural powers, and this is a first in a trilogy, and it's just about light and dark and being set in Russia, and it's about vampires and powerful curses, and it just sounds really, really fun. And it's not a book I've ever heard of before. I don't know if this is a translated work or not, but reading the front, it's actually a very popular book in Russia, and it's actually been adapted into a film which has been distributed around the world and has a lot of international success. And it also says that it is not simply a horror fantasy novel, it is an allegorical work in the tradition of its Russian predecessor, enthralling from the beginning to end, and it's only the first in a trilogy. So I'm actually really excited to get to this. I think it'll be really good. Second to last book was a really, really random purchase for me. I don't even know why I bought it. I think I've said before in these haul videos that my local Tesco has like a little cart of secondhand books, and you can take what you want and put a wee donation in. And I saw A Tale as Old as Time, A Twisted Tale by Disney. So it's one of the Twisted Tale books by Disney, and I never would have bought this full price. But I think this is the Beauty and the Beast retelling, but dark and twisted. And I just thought, for a wee secondhand donation, I'll maybe try it at some point and see what I think of the Twisted Tales and if they're any good. But I didn't realise it's almost 500 pages, so we'll see. Very, very random purchase, but let me know if you've read any of the Twisted Tale books by Disney and if they're any good and if you'd recommend them. But why not? And the last book is a very, very recent purchase, and I don't know what I'm thinking. From the very beginning when I heard about it, I was like, I'm not going to read it. I don't feel the need to. I'm over that kind of phase. I've moved on. But then I've been watching everyone's reviews about Midnight Sun, and I bought it. It's in Tesco, £11. Help me. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know when I'll get to this, but Twilight just holds a special place in my heart, and I'll leave a video link below if you're interested in watching me reread Twilight, like I did a few months ago as part of a series of me rereading all the vampire books I loved as a teenager. And I hold a lot of nostalgia for this series. There is problems with it, but I really enjoy it, and the films are ridiculous, and it's just fun. I don't feel that there's anything more to it than that. It's just fun. I didn't have a lot of interest in reading this, but watching some of my favourite booktubers read and review it, especially very quickly, I'll leave a few of their videos below, has really made me just want to pick it up, which has annoyed me. So I don't know when I'll get to this because it's 750 pages. It's huge. It's definitely not a priority, but I feel like I'll fly through it because Stephenie Meyer's writing is a very quick read. So yes, help. That's all the books I've bought recently. Let me know what you have read and what books you think I should prioritise. I'm always interested to know what books other people have read and what they think of them. And that's it. That's my haul. It's probably a way longer a video than it needs to be, but thank you for being with me. Be sure to subscribe if you aren't already. I post videos every week, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.